white dog. It's like 150 pounds. It's like,
Wow.
it'll come up and lick your
Oh my
face
God.
right here. It's a freaking tank. And he drools and he's funny. But
It's so beautiful. Eh?
I know. Yeah, no, it's cool. It's fun. So are you playing music tonight?
Hey, not always, because I'm more the healer in healing people.
Yeah.
I usually play Thursday in the morning.
Okay.
I was planning to play that I would have told you that Saturday,
Yeah.
but Saturday, Friday, but I fallen asleep for a little bit.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I missed the music, yeah.
Yeah, shoot.
So let me know
That's
what I have to do.
So it's up to you. If you want, we could do, I could catch you up on what's going on with my mom, and we could just say a little prayer for her, if you're cool with that. And I mean, I also had a question for you about kind of my process of connecting with God. And that's just an honest question. And maybe if you don't want to do it on camera, we could do it afterwards off camera too. But if you're okay with just chatting a little bit.
What is the question? Can you?
Yeah, so, through this last few weeks of being here on ayahuasca, I feel like I've really learned how to connect to God in a new way. I really feel His presence, and it's sort of like this energy and sort of this calling, and I can almost hear His voice and what He's asking me to do. But I feel like the more time that I can feel it clearly while I'm on ayahuasca, but then off of it, I'm having a little bit of a harder time connecting to it. And so I guess I'm just curious if you have any words of wisdom of how to kind of, integrate, or maybe some practices for connecting with God and really, working on my relationship, because that's what I feel like the ask was for me from, my last, a week ago, the yahe. I felt like ayahuasca was telling me, like, your job over the next, 6 months is just to really pray and to trust God and to really listen for Him. And so I think I'm just trying to figure out how I actually do that, kind of in the process of, I haven't done that really for most of my life. I've had moments where I felt God's presence, but I haven't been good at listening and really asking for it and just like finding ways to bring it up naturally versus just moments where I'm like, oh my gosh, something incredible happens and you like feel this energy of God, or being on ayahuasca, it's like I can feel it. But then, if I'm just moving in my normal life and I'm working and I'm seeing friends and family and all that kind of stuff, then it's like I have a harder time hearing it or listening for it or knowing how to connect with God. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So.
Well, from my perspective, as a facilitator, and also with the study that we do here, I mean, not here with the people from the jungle and all that study, we share with the ancestors that this is mostly a reminder for us as a humanity, we need to remember that God is everywhere. As is everywhere, is also an essence, as we have an essence inside of us or within us. We need to see God also as a beautiful essence. Many people in the world see God as, many cultures also see God like as a person, as a big being, or they say it's a type of animal spirit or so. And we will say, yes, it's all of that. But we need to see God beyond of what we see, physically, of what we see. We need to feel God as a beautiful essence that exists in the nature, because we are that nature, We need to remember that we born in the forest also. When the humanity started to exist, we exist in the forest, It's where we come from. We are nature. So that means that within you, there is a nature, there is a beautiful essence. God is that essence. How we connect with God in this way is also visiting the nature as God it is. We visit nature, feeling that the God is there, as is also within us. So as you hear the sounds of the bird, that means that God exists. As you hear your own voice or that message that are coming to you, that insights, that clarity, that wisdom, it means that God exists within you. Because your essence, because God is an essence. From the tiny beautiful things, from the tiny beings that exist within us, all that feelings, a beautiful animal, a butterfly, you know. Every time that you see a bird, every time that you see a flower, every time that you see a butterfly, even your dog, your puppies, that means that God is with you. Your prosperity is God. Your wisdom, your cleverness is God. You don't need to go so far away to find God, because God is within you, or sometimes it's hard for you to realize, but it's next to you. Even just with your prosperity, God is there. When you are feeling healthy, God is there. Even when you feel that you are in loneliness, but and then you find a little piece of light, God is there. God is always there to support you. Even when every movement that you do to find help, to find support, that means that you are moving through the energy of God. But this is something that you need to remember. More than to find where is God, is to remember that God exists even in the spirits of my puppy. God is there. God is there for you.
Oh, I love that.
You know, of course, there is places like this. There is places with meditations. There is places with a beautiful indigenous culture that we can go for sure. You know, but God many times is very close to us. And so you need to do your best to connect with your puppy. You need to connect with your prosperity. You need to connect with your cleverness. And to embrace it and to acknowledge all that beautiful abundance that is next to you or even within you. You know, we sometimes don't know, but God is so simple. God is so simple, you know, because God is simple. You know, you can find God in the simplicity of the existence. You know, just to exist, you know, to exist. And then tomorrow you receive a beautiful call from your mom saying, Shad, I'm better, I'm good. That's God. Totally. That's God. And just to say in that moment, thanks God, you will start to connect in a very beautiful and simple way to God. To God. As I said last time, humbleness helps to move forward. You know, humbleness to move forward to there. I won't say in a faster way, but it will be like a very quick.
Maybe smoother.
Exactly. You will just moving. You know, you will create just a beautiful movement of love, of love and prosperity. I mean, the prosperity that I'm thinking is not only money or things that we have, you know, material things. It's what you feel. That's your prosperity. When your father, your mother, or children start telling us that they are having a good health, that means that God is there for you. But we need to connect with that through our feelings, through our emotions. Not is only the things that my mind is telling me, or just what I'm thinking, you know. Or more simple you becomes your questions, you know, not looking so far away from you. You need to start looking from the simple and tiny things that are next to you.
That's beautiful.
Just as I said, just receiving a beautiful call from your mom. Telling you, Shad, I'm okay. God is there. God is there. It's something that we as a humanity start to feel step by step. You know, any blessing, it will come like right after we do the prayers, or sometimes as we experience. Sometimes happens. You know, but that means you need to remember and to recognize that God have been with you. But you don't need to push God. God will push you to find the line, to find the light of your being, of your existence.
Yeah.
And then every time, because it's hard for the humanity, every time you need to give thanks to the creation just for exist. Because your existence has a purpose on this life. And sometimes we don't know what, but we are creating that purpose.
Yeah.
We are creating that. Many people in the world is asking God, or asking medicine, what is my purpose? But they are not realizing they are already creating that purpose. You know, the goal of the light is waiting for them there.
Yeah.
But God is going with them also. God is taking the hand of the people. He's taking your hand.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, but again, come back to the tiny, simple things.
Yeah. Just paying
that you already
attention.
start to feel. Pay attention to yourself. Pay attention to your emotions. Pay attention to your body. Your body will tell you when you are good or not.
Yeah.
You know, that's why we can have beautiful faces. Sometimes our face looks like sometimes a little bit down. Because even your body, that is very simple, is telling you, Shah, we are not good in this moment.
Yeah.
You know, but a smile means that God is always there also.
Right.
Yeah, so step by step, we start to feel God more and more and more and more and more.
Thank you. That was so beautiful. And that, honestly, there were several times there I wanted to cry. Maybe I will later, but because it's so true. I everything you said, it's like falling onto my body, because I can feel God, and I've always really felt Him, but I haven't just known that was God I was feeling, right? And so the way you verbalized all that really hit home for me. And I think that is a big piece that I've been learning here, is to feel, to pay attention to my heart, to actually feel my body, to feel the energy. And I think a follow-up question to that is, as I'm getting in tune with my gut and getting in tune with my instinct and getting in tune with God, how do I decipher the difference between maybe my ego and when something is sort of leading me, oh, I think God is asking me to do this thing that makes me look good or makes me do this, you know, it's like, how do I tell the difference between those two? And maybe it comes back to part of what you mentioned a few days ago when you were telling me about staying humble, you know, staying in peace. But I guess curious your perspective of how to decipher the difference. Sometimes it might feel like a calling, but it's actually your ego saying,
exactly,
do this, try this. You know?
There is something very funny with the ego, because ego doesn't like that you can get healed. Ego is like when you go to drink the medicine for first time, or you're receiving a therapy for first time, and then you say, okay, yes, I'm done with this, because I just received 1 cup of ayahuasca, and then that's all, you know. And then this is, or people say, no, this is not for me, or something like that, you know. Right away, when we are doing things like this, the ego is protecting you from getting healed. The ego is always putting you to think that you are the best in the world, that you are the best in the world, that there's nobody that can support you because you have all the things. Even God cannot support you, because no, God is nothing comparing to you. Ego will tell you all that things, you know, and then it will put you to do things that maybe in that moment you have not the capacity, but it's because you think that you are the best person in the world. You can do it, you know. And sometimes your best friend or your friend is the key to heal yourself. But even the ego is telling you, no, you don't need the support of your friend. You know, you don't need the support of your friend, because you can do it by yourself. But we know that always two are better than one. And so ego also doesn't like the faith of God. You know,
that's beautiful.
It's putting you to lose the faith of God, because ego is always thinking that it's not necessary.
Yeah.
You know, ego always tells you, no, it's not necessary to have faith in God. It's not necessary to, maybe you're feeling sad or in depression, and ego will tell you, no, you don't need even a psychology to support you, because you have the power. You know, it's like it's even when a facilitator is telling you, become right away in the master or in the mentor of your life. I cannot tell you this, because, for example, if I'm a facilitator, that will tell you, become in your own mentor right after you have a therapy with me, for example. I cannot tell this, for example, a person that is coming from the army that is suffering so much. How this person that have been suffering for many years, it will become in their own mentor. If this person needs to release all that pain, all that suffering, all that sadness, you know, all that things that their eyes saw in the war or things like that.
Right.
So, I mean, my explanation is not like a, you know, but I mean, the ego will protecting you from the healing, you know, not to heal yourself, not to receive any support from anybody, not to hear any wisdom even from the words of God, you know, nothing like that. And then it will pull you to lose the faith with God. You will lose the faith of God. And the moment that you feel that you are the best person in the world, and then in the moment that you feel that you don't need any more God because everything already got fixed, is the ego. And moving you to that place, you know.
Yeah.
Also, ego is it's a challenge, you know.
Yeah.
Ego is a challenge. It will create also many games for you, but they are not like a healthy games. You know, they are not like a healthy games. They are always, I won't say like what type of games, you know, but you will see the faces of the person suffering, even when they feel that they are good. Within them, they are suffering. You know, they are suffering, and that's the ego moving you to that place also. Yeah, it's what I can say
That's
from
powerful.
ego.
Yeah, thank you. And that's, you know, and correct me if I'm wrong, I guess it feels sort of like when I'm in my true vulnerability, right? If I'm not afraid to be really honest and raw, even if it could not necessarily harm me, but, you know, just feeling truly vulnerable. Maybe that's like the opposite of ego, because ego is like, no, I got this, like I'm good, everything's okay. But if the more vulnerable I can become and just try to be as true and as natural as possible, you know, does that kind of make sense as sort of like the opposite of ego, sort of?
Yeah, because ego will never feel you vulnerable.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like
with the ego won't be never vulnerable. You know, like I mean, when you want to share something with me, the ego will protect you for not to share with me anything about what is happening with your sadness or something like that. Ego will tell you to tell me what happened into the sadness, but not in the sadness. You know, you can tell me, no, I did things like this, I did things like that, but at the end I just want to heal that. But you can tell me I'm sad.
Yeah.
You cannot feel vulnerable in front of me. Ego won't let you feel vulnerable in front of me or in front of anybody. That's what ego always does.
Yeah.
You know, it's different because when you feel vulnerable, there's no ego. You know,
right.
You will feel free to be vulnerable. You can even you will feel freedom when you are really sad or in depression or even having overthinking. Even you will feel freedom in that moment, and even because you are in freedom, you won't ask for freedom, because you can even feel freedom in sadness, in vulnerabilities, you know. And the ego is not there. Yeah. So ego is not like how do you say that, vulnerability? Yes. Ego is not that.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, you will feel free to share whatever you want to share.
Yeah, that's huge, and I think that really helps me a lot. Thank you, because it's like, I'm trying to find more clarity around my connection with God and not creating false callings or false sense of reality, and that sense of vulnerability, I think, connects really closely for me, because at times in my life where I've really, you know, for a long period of my life, really until my like early 20s, I had never wanted to be vulnerable, and I thought vulnerable was weak. You know, I had a misthought, and so but then I had a time really around 18 I kind of realized this, but it was an unfolding of actually stepping into my vulnerability. The more vulnerable I became, the stronger I became.
Exactly.
The safer I became.
Exactly.
The more love I received.
Exactly.
You know, and so that's a really beautiful reminder for me, because that's a big part of my path to really following God right now, is just to be genuinely vulnerable. If I'm feeling vulnerable, like, God can come in. You know, I'm not trying to fake anything. I'm not trying to push some ideal thing that my ego wants.
Exactly.
You know,
Even like being emotional, it doesn't mean, you know, many people think that because they are not emotional, they are strong people. No, the strong people is the people that is very emotional. The man that cries a lot, this is the stronger man. You know, that's the stronger man, you know, because you are very close to your emotions. It's so beautiful, bro, to feel emotions. You know, we as a man also, we grew up hearing, if you cry, you are not a man. You know, if you feel vulnerable in front even women, you are not a man. You know, no, it's the opposite.
Right.
The more vulnerable, emotional you are, as you said, you know, stronger we are. You know, because, bro, many people is suffering in the world because they don't feel emotions.
Right.
You know, they are suffering for many years because they are not connecting with their emotions. So as you said, like, how more emotional or vulnerable you are, the better. You know, that means that you are getting strength. Even you can feel empathy and compassion for your lovely ones when you are in that place. And then you will get blessed from that. You will get so blessed because you are connecting with your lovely ones, you know, with what they feel. It doesn't mean that you have to live with what they feel, but you can connect with that and you can support them also. Because also it will become in cleverness. You will get wisdom because you can understand, you know, what they say, what they feel. And then what will happen with you is that you will transform that energy. It won't stay within you. You will become in the portal that will transform that energy. You can hear it, you can take it, but you will release it with beautiful words, with beautiful actions, with support, with help, in many different ways. So
I love that. Thank you so much.
Become very emotional.
No, I know. It's beautiful. Well, something I've told you many times that I really respect about you is you have this, like, joyful, jubilant, happy, positive, kind of goofy, just like you're having fun, you know. It's evident in your character, and I really respect that about you, and that's inspiring me a lot too. And I guess I'm curious if you feel like that's something that you've always sort of had in your nature, or is that something that you've kind of curated over time and, like, worked on and tried to lean into? You know what I mean? Does that feel like it's just natural to you, or is like
it's natural?
That's just who you are.
I even, how do you say that? Close myself a little bit, not to do so much on that
here.
Really? Because it's many people that I don't know, you know, and I don't want to let feel that they are receiving therapy for somebody that is always joking or something like that.
Sure.
But it's because I have a lot of joy within me. Even at home, I'm like a child. Of course, I'm a man responsible with all my stuff, right? But it's natural on me. No,
it's beautiful. And I mean, I've talked to a lot of people here that all have said the same thing. Like, we love Ronnie. He's so, like, just this ball of joy and happiness and all of that. So maybe you need to lean into your vulnerability and let it out even more, because I think the people love it.
I would love it also.
They do.
I sometimes do it. I sometimes start, like, for example, on Monday, and I'm joking a lot, and when I realize, I say, oh my God, I already said like 10 jokes, man, in one talk. It's okay. I'm gonna become more serious. And I'm thinking all of that, you know. It's so funny also for me, you know, like, but at the end it's my essence. I cannot to stop my essence, you know. I cannot remove anything from me, because I will feel sad at the end. I will feel sad at the end. I prefer, like, even when people is sharing with me hard things, to smile a little bit with them. You know, because a tiny smile it will bring a healing. You know, sometimes we are talking about so many things that make us feel that we are suffering. But between that conversation, we are smiling, we are laughing, because even the thing that happened to me was so hard. But thanks God, I'm here right now. And I can work on that, man.
Yeah,
Oh my God, thank you so much that I'm here, you know. You know, like things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's part, like,
It's true to who you are as part of your
to make it,
essence.
to let it be.
Yeah.
And to be yourself. To be yourself. Of course, sometimes we cross some lines.
It's part of being a little goofy.
But yeah, no. Maybe I'll be having more joy in the future.
Whatever feels right.
But with my family, my friends, I'm always joking and tricking them and tricking everybody at home. I mean, in a good way, you know, not a bad trick. So it's like a joking or things like that. Yeah.
Totally. No. It's beautiful. I love it. And like I said, it has been inspiring to me, because I think too, like, I've had, especially like in my younger years, I was so goofy. I was so like sort of this very free and jubilant version of myself. And there's been times where it's come out in different forms. But I think that's something I want to return more to, is just being playful, be kid-like, be goofy, be funny, like, you know what I mean? Versus always being so serious, I gotta do all this shit, and you know.
See, I feel also that it's a way to refill your childhood for things that you could not do when you were a child. I think for me, bro, this is the time, more than I think I feel, like in this age, is the time where you can send good message to your childhood that you are a good man or a good woman, you know, that all the things that you could not do when you were a child, now you can do it because you have everything to do it. You have the time, you are the owner of your own life right now, you know. Even if something that you couldn't buy because you have not the money, now you have the money to buy that. So even, you know, even, I don't know, as you said, as you shared with me, I buy a lot of guitars. When you were a child, maybe you were younger, you wanted to do it, but it was hard for you. So now you can do it. And from this, you are filling up, that's the soul of your childhood, the soul of when you were a teenager. In your 15s, in your 20s, you know. Everything that your childhood or your young time wants to do right now, you can, with your joy, with your happiness, with the freedom that you have right now, you can fill up and send good message to the past. You know, because sometimes we live like sad because we couldn't do something, you know, in that moment, but now is your time.
That's beautiful. Thank you. Could we just say a little prayer for my mom?
For sure.
Though, you know, when I first came to you, we said a prayer. That was really what started everything. You know, you opened up the most beautiful prayer, and she heard our prayers from across the world, really. And now she's in California. She's doing really well. You know, things are continuing to go well. But if we could just say a little prayer for her, that path just continues and that God is with her, that would be incredible.
For sure, of course.
Yeah.
I will give you a full blessing.
Cool.
So when we are sending prayers, also, as I usually explain, one of the first way that the humanity found the way to connect with the spirits, it was through the music, through the sounds. So I will just make a short melody, like sending also from my thoughts a prayers with melody, and then I will give you also a blessing, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Sohi Shandure Hero Pinta, bendiciendo kuna cuerpo, mente, espíritu, Dios humana cañaji. Sohi toasi 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 Bendiciendo la familia Cuna Caraguay, Jacobain Pinta, Fuerza, Vida, Esperanza Cuna Caraguay, Dios Umaña Cañare, Bunitoni, Babnisoni, Colonisoni, Babnisoni, Taitari Subi, Harubi, Cancarebay, Dios Umaña Cañare, Paimanya, Kekrimaka, Colonisoni, Babisoni, Hewisoni, Suma pinta cielo, manda ayuda, pai, Caraguay, suma pai, Ico cañare, Dios umaña cañabi, claridad, sanidad, Curimaña cañare, suma yoyay, suma causay, suma ñambi pinta, despejamiento, salud, cielo, salud, vida, causa y vida, Ico cañare, ha, Jaibain, Toitokun, Wokobain, Harubi, Cancarebay, Dios Umaña Cañare, Dios Ubeimare, bendiciendo cuello, cráneo, coyuntura, cuerpo planetario, sanación, curación, bendición, vibración, purificación, fortaleza y vida, causa y vida, Jurimaña Cañare, Paimanya, Kekrimaka, Cronisonin, Babisonin, Hewisonin, Suma pinta causa y vida, cielo manda mañaris, patuco manda causa y vida, Ico cañare, Dios umaña cañabi, Bunitoni, Babintoni, Hochonitoni, Babintoni, Hewintoni, Babintoni, Wochi machacón, aña cococoy, winca cuna caña, Dios umaña cañare, Dios ubeimare, Wintoni, bendiciendo cuna Caraguay, ambicito cura gente, protección cielo pinta, Dios umaña cañare, Dios ubeimare, Wisoki. Jacobain pinta, despejamiento, fuerza, vida, esperanza, cuna, salud, cielo, salud, vida pinta, Dios aquí, Ico cañare, bendiciendo cuna Caraguay, fuerza, vida, esperanza, cuna, salud, cielo, salud, vida, causa y vida, Ico cañare, Dios umaña cañabi, Dios ubeimare, Bueno, God bless you, brother.
God bless you too.
Bueno, Dios lo bendiga.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much, man.
I appreciate you, brother.